Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Coach Oak Show and Coach Oak TV. We are here today for a triple header. This is a battle for SOS, a battle for UPC, and a battle for DGBA. All posts come back to back to back. These were about, they were last week some point. Long story short, I was not able to be, kind of unexpectedly was out of town for a little while. I didn't have access to my recording stuff. Luckily, I was able to still get these battles in, but that's why it's so late coming out. I'm just getting, life got busy with things. Unexpected stuff has come up. Everyone's okay, all's good, but just, had some stuff come up. So this is playoffs round 2 of SOS against Nougat Boy. I'm just going to go through back to back to back these replays, so hopefully you guys stick around. I'll try to keep it short enough that it's not a massive triple header, but we will see how it goes. So as I said, this was about a week ago. My memories on these are a little bit shoddy, real talk, but I will do my best to provide insightful commentary, but it might be half reaction, half commentary. So we have a opposing Bulbasaur, Vulpix, Timber, Geodude, Helioptile, and a Snubbull. We have a Baltoy who I believe was kind of standard Baltoy, Berry Juice Recycle. I believe it had Earth Power, Stealth Rocks, Rapid Spin, and Recycle, I want to say. Tentacool was, what's the, Liquid Ooze, that's what it's called, Liquid Ooze. Ice Beam's called Sludge Bomb, Rapid Spin, I believe. Natu, Magic Bounce, obviously. I believe was Scarf, Air Slash, Giga Drain, U-Turn, and Tailwind. No, it wasn't Scarf, it was Sash. Sash with the Tailwind. Yes, not Scarf, yes. Litten was Rocky Helmet, Intimidate, Fake Out, Will-O-Wisp, Flamethrower, Parting Shot, I believe. Scraggy was Eviolate, Drain Punch, Knockoff, I want to say Fake Out, and Dragon Dance, I believe. Lickitung was Cloud9 Scarf, Facade, Zen Headbutt, Brick Break, and I can't remember the fourth. I believe it was something to Geodude, so it might have been Power Whip. I think it was Power Whip, but I'm not 100% on that. Yeah, so reasoning about that is in the right matchup, it can kind of catch off the Sun group. Timber is obviously a big problem for it as just a Violate Mon. And actually, I believe Tentacool was a Violate, was the second one. Yeah, Tentacool was also a Violate, that's right. So Timber is obviously a problem for every team, because even if it counters somehow. But I expected the Geodude lead. I had 2 Fake Out Mons. I believe I led with the Litten, if I'm not mistaken. It might have been the Scraggy, though, just to do Fake Out. I believe it was Scraggy, actually. Just in case. Yeah. And I believe I Fake Out the Helioptile first, even though fighting moves. No, right for the Drain Punch. That's right, because it couldn't kill me with anything. So Drain Punch, I can get back to full if it stays in. Nope, never mind. Option C. I knocked off. That's right. I thought the Snubbull was coming in. I wanted to knock off the Berry Juice. That's right. Okay, we're here now. Then we go into Litten. Get some chip on whatever he does. I believe I Will-O-Wisp? Yeah, I just figured neuter the Snubbull even more would be good. Breaks sturdy on Geodude if it came in. That was kind of the other thing I thought might come in. Then we go back into Scraggy. You can take the Rock Slide very well, as you can tell, by a Burn Geodude, who's also intimidated. Get the Drain Punch off. Get ourselves back to full, take out the Geodude without rocks hitting the field, which is very lovely. Worked out quite well. It goes into Snubbull because, yeah, you go into Snubbull. I go back into Litten. I believe he goes for Thief here, and is going, no, Earthquake. That's right, going for the Earthquake. And I'm going to Fake Out just for the extra chip, and then I believe Flamethrower takes it out from here. Yes, it does. So there goes the Snubbull. We've taken out a big backbone of the team and up, 6-4. Litten is obviously not going to love this. I'm going to just Parting Shot. If he Mac Punches, that's fine. If not, I get lower. Going to Baltoy, expecting it to eat a big knockoff once I saw you in Mach Punch. But that's okay, because I was faster and I could put up rocks before going down myself. I just stay in here, expect to surf, but in case he overpredicted, I believe it just went for the Earth Power there. Baltoy didn't need to do too much at this point. Going to Scraggy, I can just fire off another Drain Punch here. Oh no, this time I did Thick Out first. This Scraggy versus Helioptile are all blending together. They're going to Volt Switch. One Timber, who I believe I did Drain Punch. Yep, and get back to near full. And I do switch out. If he Drain Punches me, it gets awkward, that exchange. It goes for Mach Punch instead. But with the Rocky Helmet and the Intimidate, a much better spot. Go not to. It can just clean up, assuming it doesn't miss the Air Slash, which it does not, which is very good. And also just nothing switched in super good. I mean, the Help Tie obviously does, but so it's going to take a little bit of Rocks Chip. We're going to go preserve that Sash, because if I can get that Sash Tailwind up, it could be excellent. Going to take that Thunderbolt, because we are fairly bulky still. It's a Lickitung. I'm going to go for the Facade, which gets the kill on this. Just does very good damage to everything. Didn't want to predict too much. So Vulpix is going to take a chip. We're just going to go for another Facade. Which being faster here is obviously lovely. Helioptile. It's going to go for the Memento to get into the Bulbasaur, which obviously you don't really want him in the Bulbasaur, but that's okay. I believe I switch out into Tentacool. I went hard Tentacool, if I remember. Because I have Liquid Ooze, I expected the Giga Drain, so even if he growth or anything, with that damage plus the damage, because I can live any one hit, because this doesn't learn Earth Power, just Bulbasaur, or Venusaur, and then fire off the Ice Beam, so I was expecting it to be Giga Drain. I thought with the Liquid Ooze I was going to get the kill with that, but unfortunately, not the case, but we'll fire off that Ice Beam. It's going to take us out with Weather Ball. I believe I went into Lickitung just because I wanted Lickitung to get the final kill with the Cloud9 Scarf, because that's fun. But I believe I did actually have to Zen Headbutt here. Yeah, which could have missed, but its playoffs differential doesn't really matter, so it would have been fine. But so Scarf Lickitung is the truth and picks up the win here, picking up 3 KOs down the end. Obviously, we had some other things that could have done stuff, but worked very well. Scraggy put in a lot of work. Litten put in a shift. Tentacool obviously got an important chip on the Bulbasaur, because Bulbasaur is always scary, even when it's the last one, but Scarf Lickitung with the Cloud9 was very lovely, and I quite enjoy it. It was one of my favorite things. One of my first leagues, I did Scarf Licky with Earthquake and took out Excadrill with a crit. No, it was a crit, but and the person I was playing got quite mad. It was funny. But anyways, so we have UPC battle here. Sorry, I can't remember the weeks of all of them. There's too many leagues blending together. But we have Swellow, Rotom Heat, Nanganadel, Zoroark, who is going to be disguised as Nanganadel, Mimikyu, and Minior versus Yveltal, Mega Charizard X, Tornty. Why did that blank on that? I got focused on how many wings were flapping. There's 6 wings over there. That is too many wings for one team. Then again, I kind of have... Are there things on Rotom Heat wings? Because they look like it. I know they're not, but... Anyways. Slowbro, Florges, and Primate. So as I said, Zoroark is disguised as Nanganadel. They are both Nasty Plot. Nasty Plot, Sludge Bomb, Dark Pulse. Nanganadel also has Thunderbolt. Zoroark also has Sucker Punch. Mimikyu is Sword Stance, Spell Tag, Shadow Sneak, Shadow Claw, Play Rough. Minior is Stealth Rock, Shell Smash, Stone Edge, and Acrobatics. There's a couple things on his team that could have kind of stopped that, but for the most part it could set up and do a ton of damage. But I also really wanted Stealth Rock, so I kind of went in between that. I bounced between a Mew set and this set. Rotom Heat was Boots, Spadef, Max Spadef, Volt Switch, Overheat, Pain Split, Defog? I can't remember the last one. I think I went with Pain Split in the end. I thought about a few things, but I think it was Pain Split in the end. Swellow is Specs, Boomburst, Heat Wave, Defog, and U-Turn, I believe. I don't think I had Roost. Yeah. So we're going to lead off with a Zoroark, which is kind of my plan. It is a Sash Zoroark. So for the most part, it can take on anything as a lead, at least decently well. Plus, I figured that would scare most things. Primate, if I didn't really expect to come, it's a decent enough chance it's a Scarf and it's a lead. But I still felt good enough to go with Zoroark. which this is Zoroark. He did go Primate, which is not ideal, but he Earthquakes, which doesn't even bring me to my Sash. I believe I just fired off a Dark Pulse for some Sludge Bomb for some damage. I stayed in and just Sucker Punched, I believe. Oh no, I didn't. Never mind. I swallowed. I went Swallow. That's right, because he was scarfed in an Earthquake. We wanted to go out into Swallow. He went into Charizard. I just went for the Boom Burst. So Florges can take that decently well. It's basically the only thing on his team, unless it's like a Salva Slowbro. We go into Minior on this because it can take the hits pretty well. It's super bulky in its Meteor form. People forget that. Well, we just wanted to get the rocks up. Obviously, Charizard can't be wearing boots. Yveltal might not be. Torn probably isn't with the regen. But so we go into the Rotom. I can take a Scald. Don't really want to, but I can. I just didn't bring too many defensive switches to Slowbro, so I kind of needed to. We'll just fire off a Volt Switch and go into Zoroark. It's not super needed at this point. This guy's it's essentially broken. And it's good, but it's not the be-all end-all. So we go back into the Rotom. We're just going to fire off another Volt Switch. It goes into Florges, which is lovely, as I can go into Mimikyu. I don't really want to go Mimikyu this early, but this is a chance to set up and start doing some damage. So he's going to Defog, which is great, because it means I still have my Disguise intact. I don't mind the Defog there. He's going to go Charizard. I mean, it makes sense to Defog, but from my perspective, I didn't mind it, because I could just Sword Stance again. This season has been the season of you just need to be greedy in UPC and set up. So I was greedy and click set up again. He's going to Earthquake, break the Disguise. I just go for the Shadow Claw, which with the spell tag does just enough, I believe. Might have even been a roll, I'm not sure. Goes Yveltal. I'm going to fire off I didn't expect Foul Play, but I knew it could come with that, but I was just going to fire off a Play Rough. Fun fact, I actually screwed up on my sheet of speed tiers, I screwed up the speed on the Yveltal. I had it at 95 instead of 99, so I thought it was faster, and once I was in battle, I was like, no, I'm not faster. So that was my main way of killing Yveltal down. It had to be Foul Play to kill me, nothing else would kill me. I was decently bulky. No, I wasn't bulky. Anyways, I don't know. Mimikyu is surprisingly bulky, I think. But anyways, so I was really hoping I would live something. But alas, it was not meant to be. Foul Play when you have two Sword Stances up hurts a lot. I believe I go Rotom? No, I go Naganadel, so I get really aggro here. Thunderbolt can kill this. I believe it's a roll. It's not Assault Vest, but I just want to set up here. I'm going to take the risk. He definitely can hurt me, but I decided to be pretty aggro. Switch to Florges, which I don't really know why Florges there, personally. I feel like Slowbro would have been better. You don't know I have Thunderbolt, which there was a bunch of different coverage I could have. So I don't know if I love that. Could have also been Primate if I didn't kill it. You could then revenge it. But switch to Florges with an Acid Plot up. I can now just start wrecking souls. Sludge Bomb gets this thing. So I do think that was a mistake going Florges. But anyways, goes Primate. But because I'm +1 speed now, I have speed. It drops to a Sludge Bomb. Gonna go Torn. I believe I Sludge Bombed it. Didn't want a Thunderbolt in case of Wakan. I was very aware there could be a surprise berry on a Wakan on any of these last three. Thunderbolted. Kind of expecting it could have been a few things, but it couldn't kill it with Sludge Bomb, so I had to Thunderbolt. I believe I Sludge Bombed this. Yeah. I could have Thunderbolt again. Felt feared Wakan, and I thought Sludge Bomb would kill. Turns out it didn't. Once revealed Sucker Punch, my typical plan is the next Sucker Punch game, if I have a move that I can, which I did in Nasty Plot, you do it the once, Nasty Plot, and then the time after you switch to the attack, as they switch off of the Sucker Punch. Generally, I find works, but obviously it depends. It's definitely a mind game. At that health, though, when I was that low, I felt pretty good about my chances. That Minior could come in and just do things, or Swallow. Actually, Swallow would have been the better play right off the bat, because it doesn't let them take a hit. But so Naganadel picks up a clean 5 kills, I think. Yeah, clean 5 kills. Nice job to the newly re-added Nakamura. You are one of my favorites. and I'm glad you're back. Moving on to our third battle of the day of this triple header, we have a DGBA battle. This is the second last week of the regular season. Really looking for one more win to secure that I didn't get relegated, but we'll see how it all goes. Raikou, I believe, is Discharge Scald. No, Discharge Aura Sphere. I think it's Aura Sphere. I'm not 100% certain. I think it's Aura Sphere. Subcom Mind. Kyurem is a Freeze Dry. I don't even remember. Freeze Dry, Sub Roost. Draco? I think Dragon Pulse. I had Draco, and I think I went with Dragon Pulse in the end. Ditto with Scarf. Incineroar is Boots. Flare Blitz, Thunder Punch. Fairly offensive Boots. Flare Blitz, Thunder Punch. Because he had a Ferrothorn that destroyed my team, but it didn't come. Flare Blitz, Thunder Punch, Knockoff, and I don't remember the last one. But Clefable, Stealth Rock, Teleport, Wish Protect, I believe. Melmetal was a Shukaberry, Fairly Spadeffi, Double Iron Bash, Ice Punch, Rock Slide, and Thunder Punch, because he had a lot of flying types, and those things hit flying types super effective. So we lead off with something. I don't remember, to be honest. I think this is the battle I remember the least. Clefable. Yes, because I wanted to get Rocks up right away. He goes ahead and just fires off a Brave Bird. He is Bandit. He's going to take the Rocky Helmet damage. I do get up my Rocks, but like, ow. I go Melmetal to take the Brave Bird, because I am, yeah, as I said, I'm Chopple. So even if he has superpower, but I thought he was Bandit, which he was. He's going to get the 2 off, but I'm still in range where I should be able to take a Alakazam Focus Blast, which is all I really needed to stay out of range of. Because this, I mean, still hurts. This Urshifu Rapid, by the way. Goes Intimidate. Just to Intimidate and take the close combat. I thought about just switching hard into Clef, but because Clef is low, I'm trying to get a chance where I can get it up. So with that, I thought I might have I don't remember. There was a thought process there of trying to save Clef, but it didn't work. And he's Protective Pads, which I've never seen people actually run in Rapid Strike, but it makes so much sense that I'm surprised people don't run it more. Because a good Rocky Helmet will hurt it. Melmetal's another good for Protective Pads. We just go into Raikou, fire off a Discharge. He sacks the Quillfish, which is fine. It goes into Zard, goes to Mega Up. I believe I sub. I thought if he didn't Earthquake, I was in a decent spot to try to catch a Para. So I'm going to Discharge here and try to catch the Para. With the sub up, just gave me a free shot at that without losing too much. And I got to see what he wanted to do. Didn't catch Para, which is fine. It's not ideal, but it's fine. We're going to go into Incineroar to sack this off just to Intimidate as we go down. And he'll take a little bit more chip from the Flare Blitz. I believe we go into Kyurem and fire off a... Because we can take a Dragon Claw. We were very bulky Kyurem this week. And we go for sub. That's right, because I knew on Dragon Claw with Intimidate I could sub. And we're just going to fire off the Dragon Pulse. I thought he'd want to switch out, but I knew if he didn't, I could still take it down in the exchange. So I'm going to let this go down to the Alakazam, and then I'm going to go into Melmetal, who should take it out with Double Iron Bash after the Chopple Berry lets him live. Unless he was like Modest Life Orb, I very likely lived, / always lived. Turns out the set he was, I always lived, except for crits, obviously. Crit through a berry is every player's nightmare. It is what it is. Obviously not ideal. So I have to go Raikou now, because I know if I go Ditto, I can't, like, the exchange versus Alakazam isn't good, and I can't really lock anything into anything to hit Grimmsnarl and Urshifu. So we go into this, which is still in a decent spot to do very well. If I can get a Discharge Para, obviously that is lovely, lovely, lovely. As it will let me, I can 2-hit KO him. He's not quite 2-hit KOing me. which we find out here for sure with the leftovers, because he was Jolly Sash. Except for a crit. Crit will do that, yeah. So we didn't get the para. We got the crit again. So the double crit, which both definitely mattered, we figured out. It is what it is. Didn't get either discharge para, which would have been lovely too. But again, it is what it is. Luck was not on my side this battle, but they played well. Just sometimes it happens like that. That's the game we play. We're going to go down to a Dark Lariat because Shadow Ball's not doing near enough to a Grim Snarl. So we do lose this. It's very unfortunate luck. Some of the directly worst luck I think I've had in a Draft League battle in a long time. With double crit that were both important, and no discharge paras, which is fine. Like you run discharge to try to get paras, but like you don't expect them. But it was just like, ugh. Because obviously if I got the one on the Zard, then Kiram dealt with that a lot easier. Didn't have to take all that damage, which is lovely. Yeah, and I mean, things and stuff. It's okay. It is what it is, but didn't go my way. So we have one more week to attempt to ensure we're in good space where we probably aren't relegated because of differential, but there's still a chance we could be. So obviously, I'd rather not be relegated if we could, because that's good. Not being relegated is a good thing. So, anyways, hope you enjoyed this triple header. Hopefully, don't have to do this format too often because I didn't love the events that made me have to do it, but that's okay. Have a nice day, everybody, because Coach Oak said so, and I will see you all next time.